So here's our ginger bug. It's a starter, a fermented starter. It's much like a sourdough starter. And in this case, it's used to make a fermented beverage, much like root beer or ginger ale, only you're using the ginger bug to make the carbonated beverage. The only thing we're going to need to make our ginger bug are 3 items. All we need is our ginger and some raw sugar and water. You can peel the ginger if you want to. I go with actually using the whole skin and everything. I think it actually helps in the fermentation process. Just grate your ginger. 2 tablespoons of ginger, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of water. We're going to take our ginger, put it in there, the water. Now I take 2 tablespoons of sugar. What I'm going to do is just swirl that around, let the sugar dissolve in there. In making the ginger bug, you don't want to seal it in an airtight container. You want it to be able to breathe. Pour it in the jar, and I close the lid, but I don't seal it. I want that to breathe. So here's a ginger bug that's about 5 months old, and again, here's our ginger bug that we just made. So for 5 days, once a day, you want to feed your ginger bug 2 tablespoons of ginger, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of water each day, and just stir that around, again, leaving the lid not completely closed so it breathes and it's not airtight. Again, for 5 days you do that. At the end of 5 days, your ginger bug is ready to go to make a fermented beverage. Now, if you want to leave the ginger bug out week after week, you just keep feeding it some ginger, some sugar, and some water. And you can also, if you're not making a fermented drink, like say every day or once a week, then you should put it in the refrigerator. When you put it in the refrigerator, you can keep the lid closed on it, because when it's in the refrigerator, I believe it starts to deactivate. It's not in a feeding frenzy. So if you put it in your refrigerator, you can put a lid on it, but I still wouldn't keep it airtight. And then even when it's in the refrigerator, you still want to keep feeding it once a week, just to keep it fed. Your ginger bug loves to be fed once a week. What we're going to make is we're actually going to make a fermented beverage. My favorite, I use pineapple coconut and some lemon juice. And we're going to make a fermented drink now with our ginger bug. So to make our fermented beverage, all we need is an airtight sealing, so that when the ginger bug's in there, what it's going to do is it's going to create carbon dioxide. And with an airtight container, what we end up creating is a fermented beverage that's carbonated. So you don't have to go buy your kid's soda. You can make your own soda. All we need is a quart of water, depending on the size of your jar that you're making the fermented beverage in. It's again a quart of water per quarter cup of our ginger bug. Wish you could smell this. It smells delicious. So there's our juice, our ginger bug juice. And I like to strain it. I add my quarter cup of ginger bug. Add a little bit of lemon juice. I don't need to measure this. I just put in as much as I want. I add the pineapple coconut, usually about half a quart, and then the rest water. Now my jar's a little bit bigger, so I might add in a little bit more water, because I know it's going to need, the size of that jar is going to need a little bit more ginger bug. So I have a little bit more ginger bug juice in there, ready if I need it. So just stir that up. Get a funnel, pour my ginger juice in there, ginger bug juice, Now all I do is close the lid and I kind of shake her up. So ginger, in its natural state, when you eat ginger, it's really great for your digestive system. So when we make ginger bug that's fermented, it has even more bacteria in it that's great for your gut, great for your gut flora. So this is like a powerhouse for your digestive system. And when we make a beverage like this, we want to let this ferment for 3 days. After 3 days, maybe 4 days if we want more carbonation, we'll put it in the refrigerator and you're good to go. Experiment. This is all an experiment. So there you have it. Our ginger bug.